Whitlock and Wiley. Eric Dickerson is back with us. And we're joined for the first time ever by the Cowboys' #1 beat writer for the Fort Worth Star-Telegram, Clarence Hill. I don't know if you guys know this. Clarence started covering the Cowboys Ronda Staubach's rookie year.
Damn!
Clarence, you know,
it feels like that.
It
feels like that.
I think in 48.
Wow.
First Omega to cross.
Wow.
I'm glad you are, too.
Shout out, my boys was watching them. You got the purple on. Anyway, all right, time for a big story.
Respect.
Let's move to the Cowboys, who are now entering the second week of training camp without Ezekiel Elliott as the running back's holdout continues to drag on. Dak Prescott says he's in communication with his good friend Zeke, but that quote, business is business. Zeke, meanwhile, is clearly paying it close attention to what's happening in camp. Tweeting some angry faces after the team tweeted out some love to rookie running back Mike Weber. All right, Clarence, I've been trying to convince these guys for the past 2 weeks that Ezekiel Elliott's contract problems are directly related to Dak Prescott's desire for $30 or $32 million a year. You agree or disagree?
Okay, let me stop at one thing. That emoji tweeted out is not an angry emoji. That's a young folks thing. That is triumph. He's supporting his boy Mike Weber. That's not an anger emoji. Most us olds thinks that's anger. It's not. You ask some young folks, the millennials, that's a positive emoji.
The youngsters are going to say triumph.
Yes.
Millennials are going to sit there and say triumph.
Yes, you can Google it. I Googled it. There's a definition for it. It's called the triumph emoji.
Yeah, you need to go to Urban Dictionary then, because that looks like I'm upset.
I know what it looks like. I know what it looks like, but that's not how they interpret it.
I'm going to tell you this.
That's not how they interpret it.
Clarence,
I had to look this up myself.
All right, go ahead.
I'm just saying, that's not how they interpret it. Anyway, and he's used that emoji before after long runs, so it's not a negative thing. That's his boy Mike Weber from Ohio State. There's no way it was going to be negative.
Agree with you.
Okay? Regarding Dak and Zeke, they're boys, okay? There's no way Zeke is jealous of Dak's money. Not at all.
Can he be driven by it? You don't have to be jealous.
He's not driven by it. He's driven by getting his own money. You got to understand that when they opened the offseason, Stephen Jones said, I want to pay Dak now. I want to pay Amari now because of the last year of their deals. But I want to kick Zeke to next year, okay? It's about getting paid now. Before, Stephen Jones said, we're going to prioritize Dak and Amari. We're going to wait on Zeke. Now, after the holdout, we're talking about Zeke's money now. They're addressing Zeke's contract now. So mission accomplished for Zeke. The holdout got the Cowboys addressing his contract now with Dak and with Amari.
Well, we got to separate the real world from the football world in terms of jealousy and what's driving you. Look, you could be boys. And in the real world, we all know that there's enough to go around. So therefore, I'm not mad at you getting yours before me, with me, after me, whatever. But in football, there are finite resources, brother. There is a salary cap. There is a point where you're like, whatever you do affects what I can do. And that's when you start getting that pecking order. And I've been in contract situations before with friends and just also with just teammates. Like, we're a little distant in terms of our friendship, but we're on the same squad. And you're always taking a peek because you're trying to see what's left. And as I said before, Zeke is upstairs right now smelling bacon downstairs, and it's cooking, and he's hungry. But it ain't his turn to go eat. So he's like, save me some pieces of bacon. And we'll see if Dak is going to allow for that.
Well, it's not Dak's choice. Okay?
Oh, yes, it is.
No, Dak going to get his. He's supposed to get his. Zeke's going to get his. Amari's going to get his, just like DeMarcus Lawrence got his.
In the same week that Tom Brady made it a choice to get a pay raise to $23 million, it's not your choice?
We talking about Tom Brady.
Hold on, but we talking about choices.
Is Bill Belichick in Dallas?
Are we talking about choices?
When you get Bill Belichick in Dallas, then we can talk about that whole situation in New England is interesting.
It is.
That owner's making a lot of money, ain't paying nobody, okay?
I love it.
That's a whole different situation. He also has a wife that makes billions of dollars, and she's the breadwinner in the family. Everybody can't be like that.
I get it.
But understand the Cowboys cap situation. They got money to pay all three. It's not a situation where they got to choose. And they want to pay all three. They've given good contract offers to all three.
I heard you say earlier Byron Jones may not get his money.
Byron Jones just had hip surgery. Let's see what he does coming off hip surgery. And again, you got Chris Richard there, the architect, that Legion of Boom secondary. He has a certain type of cornerbacks he like. You know, he may want to groom some of these young guys. We'll see. But right now, they're addressing the big three. The Cowboys have $25 million in cap room on this year's cap. They got $75 million on next year's cap. They get all three of these guys done. They can dump that money this year, next year, and then wait on what they're going to do with Jalen Smith and Leighton Van Der Esch, those guys down the line. But they got money to get all three of these guys done. It's not one or the other.
It's amazing.
At what number?
It's amazing that how the running backs are treated. Zeke is the best player on that football team. They run the football. He's the best player on that football team. But Dak is going to make more money. That's just a fact because he's a quarterback. Zeke should be holding out because, you know, one thing when it comes to running backs, we have a window. We have a window. And right now, Zeke is like this. And by next year, next 2 years, he's going to start leveling off. Then he's going to start going down. That's the facts. So he has to get his money now. They should pay him now. I don't even blame Jerry Jones. I don't blame Zeke's agent. I don't even blame Zeke. You have to look at the NFLPA. You have to look at how they set this up. You've got basically, they can lock him in, really truly lock him in for 7 years. They can lock him in for the 4 years for the rookie deal. They can also then the option, then franchise him twice. Yeah. After that point, you know what, I'll say, I'll just get me a younger back. We got a young.
Cheaper.
So he's got to get his money now. I don't blame him.
So Eric, let me ask you this. Hold on, Clarence. Let me ask you this: if you're Zeke, you and Dak are friends, but you know you're the best player on the football team, and Dak's about to get $32 million a year, would that not impact your thinking?
I don't think it's not going to impact my thinking. Look, money is funny when it comes to money. Let's put it like that there. You know you're the best player. Of course you're going to be like, damn, man, this ain't right. But it is what it is. That's the problem. It is what it is. I mean, it's like football. Look, in football, it's going to only be 4 or 5 top running backs, truly top backs in the league. Same thing at the quarterback position. It may be 5 or 6, but they'll pay the rest of those bums because he's the quarterback of the team. He doesn't mean he deserves it. It's just because he's the quarterback at that position. That position is going to get paid no matter what.
All right, Clarence, let me ask you this, because you are the authority on the Cowboys. My contention has been when Dak walks into that locker room making $32 million a year, it's going to up the pressure on him. Everybody loves Dak, but once you come in making $30 million a year, he could get treated the way the Seattle Seahawks treated Russell Wilson. People could turn on him. If he's going to have to be an elite quarterback and perform at that level, or there will be some guys in that locker room that'll start publicly questioning.
Well, I know one thing, the fans already question it. I mean, Dak is already feeling the heat. I mean, as the Cowboys quarterback, there's no, honeymoon period. When he replaced Romo, there were people criticizing and critiquing him and ripping his game apart and taking his game apart. So certainly that's going to happen when he gets his money. He's going to get his money. But Dak is a guy that can handle it. If you know anything about Dak, his leadership, his mindset, he sets the proper tone. He does things the right way. I don't think that's going to bother him. This is a guy that's the hardest worker on this team. He is a true leader. He's going to do everything necessary to be the best quarterback he can be. And the Cowboys buy into that. They have no problem paying.
Defensive players
love him, too. Everybody loves Dak Prescott. Dak, I mean,
Defense is carrying that
I understand. Stop it.
It's not?
They've been there 3 years, right? Yeah. He's been there 3 years, 2 division titles. His rookie year, they went 13-3. Did the defense carry them then?
No. Now 21 did.
No.
but they went hand in hand. Dak won rookie of the year. He had 20 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. They work hand in hand. Defense is not necessarily carrying that team. It's a complete team. They love that. They really do love it.
Yeah, you can love Dak, and I don't think that this is going to play into the locker room because we all know we get in where we fit in.
Right.
I've been in dynamics before where being a top DN is going to get you more than being a top linebacker. I'm sorry, brother. I know you're going to Hall of Fame and all that, respect, but I'm a DN on the rise. I'm going to get more than you, and it works out.
But y'all all been in locker rooms before. Y'all understand it's a caste system, it's a hierarchy. Everybody knows.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody don't get the same money.
But this is different. This is different because Stephen Jones said, I'm not setting the market. So what does that mean? Because everyone always thinks about the top. I'm not going to be the one that puts up a higher number. But there are different tiers to the market. Mid-tier market, I'm not setting that. What if he's looking at Dak like I'm not even setting the mid-tier market? Which can mean what to to Dak. So that means you're stuck in the 20s. And if Dak hears that, if Dak is hearing that from his agent, if that's the real terminology, how do you sign on the dotted line for something that you know, as soon as you sign it, you're underpaid? That's not going to go well with him.
Stephen Jones is negotiating. That's negotiating employee. That's just talk. That's narrative. He has to say that. Of course, not setting the market means you react to the market. They let Russell Wilson deal get done. They let Aaron Rodgers get a new deal. They let Ben Roethlisberger get a new deal. They let Carson Wentz get a new deal while they're waiting on Dak, not setting the market. All they're doing is has driven up the market for Dak.
Except Tom Brady.
So they've mishandled
whatever that means. I could be an anomaly.
That's totally different.
They've mishandled this.
Yes, I mean, they should have got Dak done. They could have got Dak done at $27 million, you know, with the San Francisco quarterback got. Now it's $30 or $32 million. The money's only going up. The more you wait, the more the money goes up. And we haven't even talked about Amari Cooper. His money's gone up, too.
Yeah, Michael Thomas.
Yeah, and Julio Jones is coming. His money's going up, too. So, again, the Cowboys want to pay all three. They will pay all three. Jerry's not worried about it. You know, Jerry's negotiating. Again, it's personal for the players. It's personal for them because this is their money. Jerry's done 1,000 of these. This is the art of negotiating. He's about the art of the deal. Again, Jerry Jones is a guy that got the stadium built in the recession. He likes negotiating.
Does this remind you of when Tom Landry and Roger Staubach had a contract?
Really, we're doing this? We're doing this. We're doing this. We're doing this. I've been there since 1997. I was there when he was there. I was there when he was there, okay? They got 3 playoff wins since I showed up, so I don't know nothing about titles, okay?
I never just had a chance to thank you for telling me first that it was over. And I read it, I was like, it's over practice.
Wow.
Coming up, Carmelo Anthony wants back in the NBA. He's on to something. Next!